Woo! Hey everyone, this is Daryl from Daily Crypto Trade Signals coming to you live from Vietnam, guys. It's a great time to be alive, guys. And you know, what you guys need to be doing is you guys need to be doing this. We're going to talk about, you know, the whole bunch of stuff that's going on. And we're seeing right now that the hodlers, the hardened hodlers are doubling down. And we're seeing that most of the Bitcoin that's being held right now is by long-term hodlers, guys. And we're seeing that a lot of the retail investors out there have just left the market, and that's one of the reasons why we're seeing things go down, down. So, you know, overall, you know, from my perspective, you know, we're seeing that, you know, a lot of people are kind of giving up out there, and a lot of people are just Debbie Downing on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a whole. And we're seeing that, you know, we're seeing right now that, even Dogecoin is taking a pretty much a big nap out there. So that is really what's going on. You know, yesterday we saw that the U.S. markets were down. They did close down overall, and they were down around about 1% for the Dow Jones, and they were around about 1.63% for the S&P out there. The Nasdaq was down almost 3%. So that is why we're seeing that, you know, Bitcoin has taken a pretty much a big hit yesterday, and that's why we're seeing that Bitcoin is at 29,600. So, you know, we're seeing right now that you know, it's almost been about 30 days of Bitcoin just being really range bound between this, you know, $28,000 and this $31,000 level. So from that perspective, I know a lot of you are getting pretty bored out there. A lot of you are like, you know, is this going to be the end? And, you know, I think a lot of us are just waiting for some kind of signal out there to see whether Bitcoin is going to be going up or Bitcoin is going to be going down. So, you know, that is what is really driving people nuts right now, is that, you know, we've just been in this whole accumulation and consolidation out there for a very long time. And sure, it can get really boring and it can get really kind of frustrating. But, you know, one of the things that you guys need to absolutely understand out there, one, remember, I got to tell you, this is not financial advice, not licensed financial advisor, and this video is only for education, entertainment purposes out there. That, you know, one of the saving graces out there is that we have absolutely been, you know, holding this level, this $29,000 level for a very long time, almost 4 weeks in a row now. And from that perspective, you guys should be feeling pretty confident that, you know, if this level is being held for a very long time, that means we've really got some really good support. So you can actually see right there, you can see that right now, you can see that we have actually some really good support at the $29,000 level. So that is good, guys. That is absolutely good. Hi there, guys, I'm here. So you can see that's absolutely fantastic analysis from that perspective. So, you know, that's why you guys should feel very confident out there that I don't believe that, you know, lower than $29,000 is possible, and we're seeing some huge support from that perspective. So I'm pretty confident on that. And you know, the other thing, if we take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly right now, we're still seeing that Bitcoin overall is still looking pretty good. It's still, you know, we got 1 day and 23 hours left on the weekly candle, and from that perspective, Bitcoin is still in the green, so that is pretty good. We're still in my blue box zone, so that is also good as well. And you know, you can see it right here. You know, we're still in my blue box zone there, and that is pretty good news from that perspective, because, you know, if we fall down below that blue box zone, then it's not going to be looking good for Bitcoin, and not going to be looking good for crypto out there. So that has been holding as a huge support level for all of us. And, you know, I still believe that there is an opportunity, and there's a good chance that we can see Bitcoin still forming a green candle on the weekly. I mean, it's 50-50 right now, and you guys have to understand that right now, because a lot of the new retail investors have left, they capitulated a long time ago, and what we're seeing is that the markets are really being driven by, you know, leverage traders, you know, and future trading. And, you know, right now, you have to understand that the exchanges and, you know, people like Bitfinex and Bybit, all these big giant leverage platforms out there, they are betting against you. The system is rigged against you. So that's why, if you guys are leverage trading, stop doing it, because it is not helping. It is just making things worse, guys. So that is what's going on from that perspective. And, you know, and right now we're seeing that about $351 million worth of wreckage out there. So you can see here that, you know, we have about $351 million worth of wreckage out there. And right now we're seeing that most of the, I'm here, and most of the positions are long, guys. So that is what's going on with that out there. So we're seeing that most of the positions are long. And of course, that's going to, as I keep telling you, that's going to put a short squeeze on the market, guys. So that is what's going on from that perspective. And, you know, it's just sad that people just don't understand that what you need to do is just be patient. And it looks like a rocky road, and a lot of the new money that's coming to this space has left already, and that is why we're seeing a lot of the hardened hodlers are doubling down right now. And in the aftermath of the sell-off in early May, there's been a noteworthy shift in accumulation trends is underway, guys. And the Bitcoin holders remain the only ones left. However, their accumulation behavior signals a doubling down in prices correct below 30K. So what is keeping the market afloat right now is the Bitcoin hodler class, because all the other weak Nancy's, they've left the space already, and that is what we're seeing. And from that perspective, you can see that right now, we can see that if you look at the 22-week high, it's at 30,000, and the 22-week low is at 28,000. And as I said earlier, we have just been basically in this range for a very long time out there. And sure, it's getting irritating, it's getting frustrated out there, but from that perspective, it is what it is. And you can see that the Bitcoin number of addresses with zero balance is actually starting to go down. So that is pretty good from that perspective. So you can see here the Bitcoin addresses with zero balances start to go down. So that is that high. That is pretty bullish, guys, from that perspective. So, I'm still pretty confident that we're going to get a lift up. But, really, we're seeing right now that, the Bitcoin retail investors have left town, and what we're left with is hodlers. So we're seeing that, that the hodlers are the only ones that are holding Bitcoin, and what is really making Bitcoin's sit where it is sitting right now. So from that perspective, you guys just gonna have to wait and have diamond hands and be patient out there, because there's really nothing too exciting to really say about crypto right now. So all you got to do is do this. Do absolutely nothing. Have diamond hands, be patient, and we're definitely going to be getting there. And you can also see that if we look at the inverted total crypto market cap, we can see that we've got this Twin Peaks model, and you can see that the total crypto market cap is actually breaking down from the rising wedge. So remember, this is a contrarian indicator. So when we have a breakdown from this rising wedge, it means that the total market cap is going to increase. So you can see right here that we actually have a breakdown. Here, and as we break down, that this means, and this will signal that the total market cap is going to go up. So what they're saying is that this breakdown from the rising wedge means that we could be seeing that the market cap is going to increase. So that is good, and I think that we're going to get more people into the space pretty soon. So I believe that, and this is also coming out. You guys want to take a look at the brand new $1 bill. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it absolutely lovely, jubbly out there? So, what this is really saying is that, cash is trash, and, the value of, the buying power of $1 is almost nothing. And, to have the equivalent of a $1 right now, soon in the near future, $20 is going to have the same buying power as $1 does now. So, like I said, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is one of the best hedges against inflation, and inflation is still going up. Or could we be entering hyperinflation? I still don't believe that we're entering into a recession at all. I still believe that, the indicators are there that we're not going into a recession, because you can see that the unemployment rates is going down, and we still have positive GDP. So typically, if you have full-blown inflation, you would see that the unemployment rate would go up and the GDP would go down. So I don't believe that we are in full-blown recession. So sure, we're going to see some quantitative easing from the Fed. We're going to see some rate hikes, but I don't think that we're going to be in full-blown recession out there. And I really believe that it's going to be averted out there. So that's what I think from that perspective. So I'm still pretty bullish out there for crypto. I'm still holding like a crazy man out there, and I have been absolutely, accumulating my positions, and I always keep the thesis out there that diversification is going to be key. You have to do this. You have to absolutely do this. You need to have diversification out there, because I know a lot of you out there, a lot of you newbies out there, what you do is you ape into these very, cheap coins. A good example of Shiba Inu. I like Shiba Inu. It's a good project. It has a lot of utility and all that. But by aping into all of these low cost projects and putting all your eggs in one basket, you do risk yourself of being overexposed. So if there's any crashes out there, you are going to be in big trouble, guys. So that is that from that perspective. You just have to watch out. Remember, diversification is key. And I always say 50% Bitcoin out there, 25% Ethereum, and 25% big caps and mid caps. So that is really key. Because from my perspective, my portfolio, when we did have the lunar crash, sure, I did suffer somewhat. I mean, luckily I had a friend that's called me, say, hey, look, Luna is depegging, you better get out of town. So I did sell early before everything did crash down, but I sold between $56 and $30. So I made out okay. But a lot of you didn't, and if a lot of you had your life savings in Luna, you would have nothing right now. So from that perspective, you guys just have to be careful out there, and diversification is key. So right now, if we take a look at the fear and greed index, we can see right now the fear and greed out there has come back. It's at 14 now. Yesterday it was at 10. So that is pretty good. We're seeing that the sentiment is improving, and right now in the crypto space, we're seeing that sentiment is driving price. And really, also the other thing that's driving price is leverage, guys. Because remember, when we have all these long positions that get wrecked, and they take your Bitcoin because you've over leveraged, then you'll see that the market gets reset, and then you'll see that we start to have short positions, and then the values of Bitcoin go up. So one of the worst things that we're seeing right now is that there's too much leverage trading. People are over leveraged, and this is really hurting the markets, and that is not good in the house right now. So right now we're seeing Bitcoin accumulation score is really high right now. So this is we're seeing that in 2017, 2019, and 2021, we're seeing that this year we're seeing a lot of accumulation. We had this whole distribution, but we're seeing that we've had 1.5 weeks of strong accumulation. So you can see that right here in this chart is that we can see that Bitcoin right now is in a strong accumulation phase out there. So that is pretty good from that perspective, guys and gals. So we're seeing huge accumulation right now coming online, and we're still seeing, as I said, the Bitcoin hodlers is what is making because the Bitcoin hodlers are not selling. That is also aiding us and keeping the whole support level, and that is another reason why we're seeing that Bitcoin is above 29,000. So right now, for the price of Dogecoin right now, we're seeing Dogecoin is just at 8 cents in the house right now. It is just on that on our support line right there. So from that perspective, Dogecoin is just taking a big nap. We did have the Apple news yesterday, really didn't have much impact. We had the Chipotle news as well, that they're accepting crypto payments, didn't have any impact. So nothing is really impacting the crypto markets right now. Everything's pretty much down, down. Well, not down, down. Everything is just in this whole accumulation phase out there. So I'm here to give you some good news, is that if we have long accumulation periods right now, and without any confirmation if we're going to break the upside or the downside, it can be frustrating. But from my perspective and from my experience, when we have a long accumulation and very strong support levels, we often bounce to the upside. And I still believe that I'm absolutely convinced out there that we are going to be seeing that June, July, August is going to be much better for us out there, because right now we're seeing that the majority of this year has just been a disaster in the zone. So right now we're seeing that, you can see that right now in June, right now we're at 6.87%. So we're still down right now, and all year we've been pretty much down all year. So right now so far we've only seen that February and March have been up, and the rest of the months have been down, down. So from that perspective, it's really not. It's really frustrating. And this, we just have not seen. If I go back in history, we have not seen any years where we've had the whole year red and we've only had 2 green months. So we're definitely going to have more green months coming in. I mean, you can see it right here, guys. You can see it right here that we have not had any years in the past where we've had all of these green months like this. So this is just gnarly out there, and this is we're going to have to see a trend reversal. And typically, July and August are typically bullish most of the time. 90% of the time they're bullish. So from that perspective, I think we're going to be doing okay in the house. Let's jump into Ethereum right now. Ethereum right now is at 1757. So you can see here that it's well above my $1,700 level, and it's at 1757. And we're just waiting for a confirmation from Bitcoin and the market. But this weekend I think that we're going to see light volumes. We're seeing that the total market cap right now is 1.23 trillion out there, and we're seeing that the total volumes out there are also pretty light. And my Bitcoin dominance is also about 46 as well. So that is not good from that perspective. And it is what it is, guys. And we're seeing overall a pretty much red day. You can see that Bitcoin is down 3%. Ethereum is down. ADA is down. Solana is down. Doge is down 3.7%. So we're seeing everything is pretty much red out there. The only thing that is green out there is the stable coins. So it is what it is, guys and gals. So from that perspective, it is what it is. So it is what it is, guys. So it's just we're gonna have to weather the storm and get through it as fast as we can, as much as we can. So from that perspective, guys and gals, boop the likes, smash the likes. Don't forget to give super chats. This is just a casual update. Do this, guys. Do absolutely nothing. Dollar cost average. Diversify your portfolio. We'll get through this together, and we're gonna see that the markets will return. And worst case scenario, we'll have to hold to 2025 from that perspective. So I'm still pretty bullish, guys. Do go follow me. Do absolutely go follow me on my Twitter, guys. Go follow me on my Twitter. We got we're almost at 44,500 followers, guys. So go and follow over there, guys and gals. Don't forget to go and boop the likes, smash the likes, subscribe me like never before, guys. And don't forget to check out the links, guys. Get the merch. Become a Patreon member, buy the channel a coffee. And also, guys, don't forget to check out the merch. We got tons of merch out there. We got hats, we got hoodies, we got all sorts of good stuff. So get the merch, guys. Get the merch out there. So I love it, you love it, guys. Be blessed, absolutely be blessed out there, and don't panic. Do this, absolutely do this, guys. Do what I'm telling you to do. This is not financial advice. Just have diamond hands, diversification, and stop looking at your portfolio if it's getting you down. Don't psych yourself out. Don't get depressed. Don't have crazy thoughts out there. Just be positive, guys. Be blessed. It's a great time to be alive. So, guys, God bless you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.